Hey Beatle friends, what's going on? Hope life is treating all of you just fine. Time for a Beatles vinyl update video. Gonna go through Beatles records that I purchased recently, a solo Beatles and a Beatles related one, as well as the group record. I hope you enjoy this Beatles update video, and let's go through these. I'm gonna start off with the 7-inch records. I'm gonna start off with a John Lennon one. The John Lennon single I have is Mind Games. Japanese pressing. B-side is Meat City. Here's a record here. I'm going to open this up here to show you everything that's in this. Okay, I took the sleeve out. This is the front sleeve. Actually, this one, yeah, this is the front sleeve here. This has a nice insert here. And this is the first pressing, and it's in, I would say, almost mint condition. And I bought this from a U.S. seller. There are copies of this single going on eBay for money that's not really worth it for this single. So this is a pretty rare record. I paid a lower price, a nice lower price for this record. This one has a little piece of cardboard that came with it to protect the jacket and the record. Okay, now on to the exciting part here. The record in, I would say, mint condition. It's on red vinyl. Now the version of Meat City on this single, it's different from the album version. The album version is uncensored. It has a sped up dialogue after just gotta give me some rock and roll, after John sings that lyric and goes you know, it sounds like the F word in that little dialogue there. But this one is censored. I think it's like check my album, something like that. But yeah, that's the record. Okay, now on to the Beatles as a group. This one is a vinyl only copy that I received recently. Let me take this out. This is a UK first pressing EP, Long Tall Sally EP. I do have a copy of this with the original jacket, the UK first pressing of this. But this was a nice low price, and I couldn't resist another copy of this UK first pressing of Long Tall Sally. It's really nice. Okay, I have another Japanese record to share with you. It's a Beatles single here. Lady Madonna, back with the Inner Light. Here's the sleeve here, the jacket. Unusual jacket for a Japanese record. And this unfolds here. These are the lyrics of the songs. Here's the original inner sleeve for the record. And here's the record, dark red vinyl. And the record's in mono. Okay, I have a couple more 7-inch records to show you for this video, and then I'm going to show the albums next. Next record I'm going to show here is a Beatles Christmas flexi disc. I told you I'd be getting more of these fan club flexi discs. I actually have 2 copies of the same Christmas record. Here they are. This is the let me show the UK one first. This is the 1968 Christmas record that was issued to fan club members in the UK. And this is their 6th record, their 6th Christmas record. This one has the original envelope in which the flexi discs are shipped in, and this one's in nice condition, even though you know, it's torn open on the top here, and it's dated 1968. Here's the sleeve here, back of it. Okay, here's the flexi disc here. This is the UK one. Hold this very carefully. Hope you can see the label here. It is faded. on this side here, but it's still readable. And here's the back side. This is a two-sided record. And this record, this flexi disc is in fine condition. It's not perfect, but I played a little bit of it and it sounds fine. Okay, I have another copy of the same record, the Beatles 1968 Christmas record, their 6th Christmas record issued to their fan club. The jacket it's made and printed in England. Now, the thing about this jacket here, as you can see, it has a different cover, and the back's different here on the UK version of this record. Now, this jacket is actually the cover of the 1967 Christmas record, which is their 5th Christmas record issued to their fan club members. But this is modified a bit here. I think it said on the 1967 Christmas record, which has the same design, it says like Christmas time is here again on the back here. But this one's in nice condition. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with this flexi disc here, like I did with the 1969 Christmas record that I showed a couple months ago, I think. This is a US print of the flexi, and it's very flimsy and fragile. And it's the same thing, it's a two-sided record. And you can shine it through the light as well. That flexi disc is also in nice condition, but I haven't played it, and I wanted to keep it in the greatest condition the best I can. Okay, that's all the 7-inch records. Now on to the albums. This one is a Beatles related one that was issued for Record Store Day this year. I didn't get this on Record Store Day. I had to order it off the internet, but I found this for a lower price. But I did see this record at a Little Rock record store when I was there to see Paul McCartney, and there's like 2 copies of this, and I didn't get it at the time because I already had this record in transit from California, and I paid a nice lower price for this. This is the soundtrack to the movie Across the Universe. I kept the sticker, backside, and that's my number, 0431. I'll be honest, when I first heard this soundtrack, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. But I listened to it more, and I watched the movie, and the soundtrack is growing on me now. It's been growing on me the year that this album and the movie came out. And there are a lot of fine moments, a lot of brilliant moments on this soundtrack. Here's a gatefold. Here's record 1 on transparent red vinyl. And record 2 on blue vinyl. Okay, I'm going to start off by showing some of the Beatles vinyl finds that I purchased at a record store before the Little Rock trip. And the first of these is the Beatles' 2nd album, in the shrink, in nice condition. Here's an inner sleeve, but this is I think a 1966 inner sleeve because it has Pet Sounds and Revolver on it, as well as Yesterday and Today and Rubber Soul. And this is a record here. This is not a first pressing. I think this is a pressing from either 1965 or, well, it's got to be like 1966 or something because of how kind of rough the label is. But this is in wonderful condition, and I paid only $30 for this. Next Beatles vinyl find prior to the Little Rock trip, Beatles 65, also in stereo. In nice condition. There's some ring wear on the back here. Here's a record. It's an original. I mean, it looks really nice. Really nice condition. Okay, and here's an unusual vinyl find from my local record store. This is a Hard Day's Night. This is an early 80s Parlophone reissue. Early 80s mono reissue. Back of it. This is a 1981 reissue. It has this EMI inner sleeve here. The reason I said this is an unusual find is because this is a misprint. This is actually side 1 of the album. As you can tell by the grooves, there's 7 songs on this side. But on this side, it has the side 2 label. And on side 2, there's 6 songs on side 2. Has side 2 label. Side 2 label on both sides. I got a misprint. And this one's in wonderful condition. I played a little bit of it, but I have another copy of this 81-82 pressing of Hard Day's Night in mono. I can play those copies and then just leave this one alone for collector's reasons. Okay, now on to my only vinyl find from my trip to Little Rock, Arkansas for the Paul McCartney concert. This is a French Beatles album titled Les Beatles. And it's the track list here. As you can see, this is a French pressing of Please Please Me, the album Please Please Me, and it's in stereo. Here's the back of it. And here's a record here. It's on the Cloud Odeon label. And the record's in stereo. This is like a late 70s print. You know, sometime in the 70s. But I paid like $14 for this, so well worth the money. Okay, now on to my post Little Rock trip vinyl finds. This one is a vinyl find from yesterday for only $3. It's not in perfect condition, but it's in fine enough condition I couldn't pass it up. Another Beatles second album, and it's in mono. It's got some writing on it from the previous owner. And it's the back here. Another bad thing about this jacket is that the seam on the title side is split. But despite that, the jacket looks nice. Also, despite the writing. Here's a record here. Not in perfect condition, but in fair enough shape. And it plays great too. Okay, I have a few more Beatles records to show for this update video, and they're all Japanese pressings. First of the Japanese pressings is Beatles number 5 on Odeon. I already have this pressing, but I found another copy of this for a nice price, and I'm like, I need to get another one of this. And this is the back of it. Nice shot of the band. Now, unlike my other copy, this one has an insert. But the insert's not in perfect condition. There is the seam is split here. I want to try and open it very carefully. It has the lyrics of the songs and some Japanese writing. Here's a record on dark red vinyl. This is a first pressing because it has the long playing byline right here. Now, if you see a copy of this particular pressing, you know, with the same label. Now, if it doesn't have the long playing byline, then it is a second pressing. This one's in better condition than the other copy I have, and the record's in mono. Okay, this next Japanese album is an unusual record store find. Rubber Soul, 69-70 pressing. I think it's the 1970 pressing, early 70s. Here's the black apple inner sleeve with the insert. And here's a record. It's on black vinyl. I do have a red vinyl copy of this particular pressing on Apple, as well as the first pressing on Odeon. It's in beautiful condition. I paid a low price for this copy. Okay, I have one more Beatles record to show for this update video. A Japanese pressing here, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's on Apple. Gatefold, famous gatefold. This one doesn't have the obi or the insert, but this was a low price and I couldn't pass it up. And here's a record on dark red vinyl on the Apple label. Okay, that wraps up this edition of my Beatles vinyl update video. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more vinyl updates as well as collection videos. And talk to you all later. Take care.